were a law enforcement officer. You got into a officer-involved shooting and was shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which kind of like I don't want to like throw the agency under the bus unless you do, because it was pretty fucked up. But can you walk us through that story?
It was about 10:30 at night. It was like a traffic stop. We just got done with like a few traffic stops, and I'm working special operations, so I'm not like working the beat. Like we'd answer calls if like people were busy, but
We've had another special operation. It's one of our top episodes. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. It's basically a day in the life in special operations, and he basically goes through his whole thing and like the problems with law enforcement, which actually ties into this. So you'll actually like that episode. I think it's one of the top 5 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so we make that traffic stop. It's like in an alley. It's like kind of between an apartment and like a fence to another backyard. So it's like around the corner of a street. And we roll up. The guy pulls into the parking lot. We go to investigate. My partner's talking to him on the driver's side. I'm on the passenger side. And, you know, the typical thing, like, why are you stopping me? All this other bullshit, you know, whatever. So my partner asked him, hey, you got your driver's license on you? He goes, no, I don't have a license. So right there, you're driving, you know, illegally. So, of course, we're going to initiate an actual investigation on you. So my partner goes to open the door, and he flips the car in reverse and basically hits my partner, and he like basically slams him up against our scout car, like dislocating like both of his knees.
Shit,
it's wild,
dude.
yeah. And so like at that time, I'm like standing in front because I'm like running. I'm standing in front of the car, but the dude gets out and starts running. So at the time, I start to give chase, and I basically see him reaching, so I'm like already kind of getting ready. But by the time he like you know, like we're reacting to that, obviously. We're not like whatever, but he like flicks around. He just turns around the corner real quick and just like
lobs one
and just gets lucky and hits me right below the vest. So if I was just standing there normal, it would have hit my vest. But since I was punched out, like ready to go, it hit me right in the stomach on my left side. Didn't hit any organs, anything crazy. It actually went in and went around everything, which is wild. Because if I would have took one step a different way, it would have hit me directly in the stomach. I probably would have died. I probably would have bled out, honestly. Because you think, like, if you're internally bleeding
of course.
there, like in the stomach area, like you're pretty much fucked unless you get to the hospital as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So the bullet hits me, it knocks me on my ass. And so now I'm engaging between my legs. I'm kind of in that back upside down prone position.
Yeah.
So engaging him as he's hopping a wall. He gets over the wall, starts running. I actually got up, started running. I knew I was hit. I was like, fuck.
You knew you were hit?
Oh, yeah. I knew I was hit. So
did you feel it, or was it just the impact knocking you down?
Yeah, it was just the impact and knocking me down. I knew I knew it was somewhere. So like as I was getting up, I kind of checked, and I knew it wasn't my leg. So I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
And I wasn't actively bleeding. I knew like the blood on my
Your
pants.
adrenaline's like a million miles an hour.
Dude.
Yeah.
So like there was like so many things going on.
Yeah.
The girlfriend screaming because like bullets were flying.
Oh,
like,
he had people in the car.
There was his girlfriend or his whatever in the car.
Whatever, yeah.
But yeah, so like you're talking about like 20, 30 rounds back and forth between each other.
What?
In like probably like 10 seconds. So like my partner that's on the ground that dislocated his knee shooting. So we ran three guys. So we would have somebody in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
So my other partner is behind a dumpster, just laying fire down, and I'm shooting between my legs. So you're talking just like back and forth craziness.
Yeah.
So that's all within like a 10-second span. I get up, I run to the wall. We're checking, and I let him know. I'm like, hey man, I'm hit. And he's like, where you hit? I'm like, my stomach. He's like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I think. Like,
it'll totally buff out. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But you know, so my partner that dislocated his knees got up and like basically like called me over and said like, let's go. Like, we'll find him. Like, let's get you to the hospital. Mm-hmm. So I just hop in the back seat. We're just like rolling. I'm just like sitting in the back seat. I'm just thinking like, fuck. Like, I got a hole in me.
I got fucking shot.
Yeah, but like, and the thing is too, is I wasn't, like I said, actively bleeding. So I knew I was like, okay, I'm good. Like, I'm not like actively bleeding and I don't feel any pain in my stomach. Like, because that was like my
organ wise.
Yeah, organ wise. I knew there would be an issue if that was the case. But so we get to the hospital.
Did it go out?
No, it stopped. So it actually stopped. Shit. It stopped. Like, but the thing is too, dude, that thing mushroomed like it was crazy. I actually have a picture of it.
Can you throw it up on the?
Yeah, I'll throw it up.
Okay,
there. I'll throw it up there for you guys. But it stopped like right at the end, like back here.
Fuck.
And
which causes a lot more problems.
Yeah, it was obviously the swelling and all that stuff, but fortunately, like I said, it wasn't like anything serious. We had to wait a couple months to take it out, but anyway, so we were going to the hospital, and they're calling it in, whatever. And I actually get to the hospital, and I just walk out of the scout car. They're pulling the gurney out, and I'm just, while you're walking to the hospital, they're like, "Who's hit?" And I'm like, "Me." They're like, "Can you fucking lay down?" They're like trying to get me to lay on the gurney, and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." So like I lay on the gurney, and I like.
Did you still have all your gear on?
Yeah, I still had all my gear on. So like they're taking my gear off and stuff, and they're trying to cut my like $200 tactical pants off, and they did. So I was kind of pissed about that. My partner's in the room.
You're like, bro, easy.
Yeah, I was like, easy here. But yeah, he ended up getting caught. He had I think he had like 7 or 8 hits on him, very, very close to like critical areas. Like part of his neck was blown out, like close to the spine. Like this dude was a straight up fucking cockroach, man.
What? He didn't die?
No. What? So they found him in the basement, and when they found him in the basement, he was like, it was a black guy.
Yeah.
He was like pale, like he was getting ready to go, and they found him. But I'm not gonna say it on the podcast. But I would have. Anyway,
I'll say it. I'd have been like, let me do I gotta do a sensitive site exploitation of this house real quick.
Hey, he's saying it. That's what I was thinking, but he said it. Yeah, I would have been like kind of looking around.
Let me make sure this place is real secure before I call an ambulance.
Yeah, exactly.
He fucking made it.
He fucking made it. And then.
So where's he at now?
Yeah.
Like he's in jail.
No, he's fucking not in jail.
What?
So he
shot a cop, and he's not in jail.
So mind you, his bail was super low. I think I want to say, I'm not completely sure. I want to say his bail was.
Was this in Michigan?
This is in Michigan. So
fuck.
Yeah, I want to say his
Michigan.
Bail,
get your shit together.
Yeah, there's no going back from that. It's already fucked.
Anyways, dude, I'm fucking sorry, man.
Dude,
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's the worst part of it is you get into law enforcement because you're like, I want to help people.
Yeah, of course.
But obviously, like, there's a point where you realize there's only so many people you can help.